and a African got real rowdy and literally tried to put hands on her, and she mollywhopped that hoe.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back once again. So my usual disclaimer, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not go searching out anybody that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comment, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. Today's video is about an American Zulu woman. That's what she calls herself.
As an American Zulu person
who went to South Africa and she was smacking the heck out of some palm colored people. Okay, one palm colored person. So let me just go right ahead and play her videos.
Baby, so let me tell you. So I'm obviously in South Africa, and I was in the grocery store, and there's two lines. There's like one for disabled, one for 10 items or less. And this old troglodyte, raggedy old lady was in the disabled line, and literally she's going next. And so I went to the 10 items or less line. Cool. She felt some type of way that I moved to the 10 items or less line, and I'm about to ring my stuff up, and I'm just like, girl, you're literally, you can put your stuff on the conveyor belt on that one. But naturally, these old people in South Africa are very racist. But what you're not going to do to me is disrespect me or put your hands on me in my father's country. Absolutely not. Now, South Africans, black South Africans that are from here may tolerate that. I'm never. And so she grabbed my stuff and threw it to the ground. So I threw all her groceries to the ground. This old lady. Now, mind you, I'm in Melrose, so it's a lot of here. And we getting into this big argument, and she's telling the cashier, if you ring her stuff up, I'm like, well, if she's not gonna ring my stuff up, she's not gonna ring your stuff up. Like, we can go tit for tat. And then she put her hands on me, and I smacked her. Like, girl, this is not the apartheid. I will beat you up in here. And so naturally, all of the other people and some Asians started getting upset, like, kick her out, kick her out. I was like, look, I will destroy this store, and I will destroy you guys in it for messing with me. Like, do not, like, it's up to here. So anyways, management came over, and I'm like, get her, she shouldn't touch me. Like, and I definitely did hit her a couple of times hard, and she deserved that shit. Don't put your fucking hands on me and think I'm not going to hit you harder than what you did to me. I'm going to smack the shit out of you. And so, like, these old ugly men were like trying to argue with me. I'm like, don't say nothing to me, because at the end of the day, like, it's smoke at this point. Like I have the rage in me to really take all of you. Like, don't say shit to me. So this how they be treating black Africans in our own country. But it's not gonna happen to me. I will beat you the fuck up, like, I promise you. And management came over and they rung my stuff up, and I went on about my day, and I cursed everybody in that. I cursed them out, and I said, what's up? Because what's up? Anyways, I'm going back to my hotel. Y'all have a blessed day. And so the problem is, so I came back to my hotel, and I real kiki with the hotel staff. You know, they real South Africans over here. So I explained the story, and I'm just like, y'all need to start, when they get like this, don't just move to the side, smack these hoes, because at the end of the day, everybody in that store was shocked. I don't give 2, 3, 4, 5 fuck. I don't care who you are, and I fear nothing. And I fear nothing, no one, no entity. If you know my story, like, it's up for anybody. I promise you, and I'm gonna win each and every time. I guarantee you that. But for my South Africans, my black South Africans, when these people put their hands on you and they disrespect you, stomp them out. I bet you she won't do that shit again. I bet you she won't. Right place, wrong bitch.
So yeah, right after the experience, she pretty much narrated the whole thing that went on, and she actually made 3 videos to that effect in the heat of the moment when she had just left the store where the whole thing transpired. But one of her 3 videos got taken down by TikTok, probably because she was a little too agitated and probably used some kind of words that TikTok did not approve of. But anyways, those other 2 videos are the ones that were left that I could find. So now, I know some of you in the beginning might have been wondering what I meant by American Zulu woman. That is actually how she described herself. So apparently, from what she said in one of her videos, her father is South African. I don't know if her mom is South African as well, but yeah, that practically makes her South African. But I think she lives in America, or maybe she was born and raised there. I'm not quite clear on that, but she is South African and American as well. So when she dropped that video, the video went viral and people had a lot to say, even in the comment section and the stitches as well. Let me just go right ahead and play some of the stitches and then we'll come back and talk.
Baby, so let me tell you. So I'm obviously in South Africa.
Okay, let's just start afresh, okay? First of all, you came to your father's country with a mindset of apartheid, which you learned from textbooks and not living in the country. You understand? I work in America and I know the kind of respect I receive in America. Not because I'm African or South African, but because in general, that's the type of respect y'all practice, which is this much. Okay? There's a lot of things I can say about Americans where I'm like, damn, old, middle, or young, y'all don't have respect. Period. You understand? It's not everyone, but it's most of you. Okay, so old lady, fair enough, she was wrong for throwing your things on the floor, she was wrong for hitting you first. I understand. I would feel offended too, but I would never hit an elderly. Never. When I'm in America, I understand that, you know, senior citizen gets first preference in anything and everything. They get discounts, blah blah. Why couldn't you understand that in our country? Fair enough, you went to a different line, but she's an older lady, so you understand how a mind works. You understand? As a grown-up, which I think you are, you should understand that for her, whether you went to the 10 items or you went to whatever items, fact remains, she was ahead of you, so she should have received preference than you, right? I see no reason for you to be punching an older lady. I would never punch an older lady, American, South African or not. That you shouldn't be proud of. Okay, so I just think you should remove it out of your mind that being in your father's country / South Africa means every person is going to treat you in some kind of way because you're black. No, boo. Because in America, you experience 3 to 4 times more apartheid. You understand? So just enjoy the country, enjoy the beauty of the country, and remove your mindset from apartheid. You're not part of it. You were never part of it. Do you understand? You were never part of it. So don't live your life through it whilst you're there. Because I try not to, because I was not part of America's slavery or whatever, as much as I am black. So I try to understand, but I don't act upon. So you should do the same. Enjoy the country, boo. Grow up.
People and some Asians started getting upset.
Literally, what did you expect to happen? Did you expect her to give you like some flowers and be like, oh, I'm sorry, my majesty. Like, bro, like this whole, like, I feel like this could have not escalated that quick if she simply just asked, hey, why did you throw my things off the conveyor belt? But no, she had to go in and full an old lady. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? And the fact that this isn't even your first time where you've hit someone in South Africa as a foreigner. Like, I get that you said, no, my dad is South African, blah, blah, blah. But that still doesn't give you the right to hit people. Like, because I'm full South African and I know very well not to just go around being like, if someone disrespect me, I'm gonna slap them. No, that's not how you resolve conflict. Can we please learn to respect our elders in 2024?
This white bitch just tried to put her hands on me. and I smacked her older.
This energy. I need y'all to go back and watch this beautiful sister's video, because she is goals, she is the energy, she is the walk to the talk. And I think we need to start bringing back just, you know what I'm saying? Because people get too rowdy. They get too rowdy and think that they can say whatever it is that they want to say. So this beautiful sister is an American South African who is currently in South Africa, and a African got real rowdy and literally tried to put hands on her, and she mollywalked that hoe. And I think if we brought that back, that a lot of people that get rowdy, the Karen, the ones that be following people around, would think once, twice, 3 times a lady before doing half the stuff that they do. And let me tell you, let me catch any of my beautiful black people out there in this situation. I ain't seen Nathan. In fact, I'm 43% blind in my left eye. And that blindness, it jumps from eye to eye. So depending on what day of the week or what time of the day it is, I don't see nothing.
So I'm obviously in South Africa.
Madam, it is already the 3rd of January 2024, and here we have a beloved American choosing to use South Africa for clout. And I like the fact that she's actually gone so far, and I'll give her credit. She's having the South African experience and she's sharing it here. She's not someone who's having an opinion offshore, she's within our shores. But I have to address some things, and the first thing I need to address is, while your entire story sounds reasonable, there are some small details that I am left confused with. For one thing is, where is the disabled line at the retail store? Because as far as I can tell, there aren't any. Perhaps the Checkers that you're at is very upmarket and very forward thinking. You are correct in saying that there is a 10 items or less line, so I'll give you that. As for conveyor belt, I also am not too familiar with that. I've seen it here and there, but regardless, again, it's an upmarket store. The other thing I just want to address is, you made mention of the fact that you do not stand for racism, and even if that might be the case for my fellow black South Africans, that maybe they just allowed, but I can assure you of one thing: our black South Africans, whether man or woman, they do not stand for racism. No, madam, they do not. So by you now qualifying yourself and making yourself seem superior to our indigenous group of people, you again just losing allies there, because you should never do that. And that is unfortunately the problem with a lot of people from offshore, in particularly people of African descent. They'd like to think that the people that are in this country, or in any African country for that matter, are less than they are, which is problematic. And finally, something else I want to address is that no matter who we are racially, if any of us, black, white, let me not shake you up here, colored, or as you'd say, mixed race, Indian, if we come across someone who's elderly, no matter what their race is, if we were in a queue with them, we would more than likely say, please go ahead, because they are elderly, because we were taught in this country to respect your elders. So in terms of your entire experience, I think your takeaway should be is that culturally, South Africans respect elders. And while you feel you might have fought some racial battle, understand something that you've lost, the cultural one, because we do not do that to our elders.
Black South Africans that are from here may tolerate that.
Hi, Bonaleti. We're all happy for you and everything, but what does your fight with Sadke Maree in Spa have to do with black South Africans? If you knew the fights that black South Africans were fighting, you'd understand that racism not too high on the list of priorities.
So I'm obviously in South Africa.
This is the second video I saw where this girl is cussing people out while she in South Africa. This shit is so funny. She in South Africa causing these palm colored people hell. She said she smacked the shit out of an old she said she smacked the shit out of an old white lady. Like, girl. She said said we're going to get the reparations one way or another. But on a serious note, though, I find it very wild how these people have the audacity to be racist, even in Africa. Like, you're not even supposed to be there. That is just wow.
So you guys have listened to what everybody had to say. I also had to go digging in the comment section of those her videos as well, and there's just a varying of opinions of what people are saying. A lot of people are like, oh, that part of South Africa where this lady is, the white people there are usually pleasant, that they find it hard to believe that something like this happened. Some other people are like, oh sis, yeah, you were on your right, what you did was right, but you have to be careful, these people can be dangerous. And then you have people on the other end who feel like this lady in question was condescending, because from the way she spoke about standing up to palm colored people, and she also spoke in a way that made it look like the actual indigenous South African people, the black people in South Africa, are just sitting there and taking it, like they're allowing the palm colored people over there in South Africa walk all over them, and they are not standing up for themselves. But she is coming to talk about how she's not going to take that, even if the indigenous black South African people are taking that they shouldn't try with her. So to them, they feel like, sis, do you know that we've been fighting to get treated better in this country? We've actually been standing up for ourselves, so you have no right to come and make it look like we're just sitting there and allowing these people walk all over us. Then you have people that are also commending her for doing what she did, and they're like, oh girl, I wish I was there with you. Like we would have been two fighting that woman together. And then on the other hand, you have people that are like, no, in South Africa we respect our elders, we don't go smacking elderly people around, no matter their race or their skin color and stuff like that. So the comment section is just a cocktail of very varying opinions, and I want you guys to let me know which of these opinions you agree with. But one thing that I definitely have to say is that African Americans, I've noticed, have a fuck around and find out attitude. Now, I'm not just saying this is specific to them, but when you play stupid games, you're definitely going to win your stupid prize. They have it waiting for you, just wrapped up to give it to you. But over here in Africa, I'm not saying that we don't have a fuck around and find out attitude, or we don't stand up for ourselves. We definitely have the fuck around and find out as well, but the finding out is conditional. Like, as you guys already saw, when it's an elderly person, we are likely to let some things slide. If it's someone who has money, power, influence, we are likely to let some things slide. We respect our elders so much that, I'm not going to lie, it is even detrimental. Just like this comment said, like, this is why our leaders do us dirty, because we respect their age. So the possibility that if this had happened to a regular African person, the person might have reacted in a much calmer way than this particular sister did is high, because we tend to overlook what they did because they are elderly. But yes, I like the fact that she stood up for herself. But as it concerns being that it was an elderly person, I will let you guys decide what you think about that. Do you think what she did was right? Do you think she went into South Africa with the right mindset, like she's ready to come for anybody who behaves anyhow because they are palm colored and this isn't apartheid? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be waiting to read your comments. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.